You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, though. I'm a me happy adult, though. I no go feed it.
Welcome, the randoms. Y'all already know I post every Tuesday and Thursday. And guess what? It's story time. So let's go ahead. Let's get into these stories. Story number 1. Am I the a-hole for avoiding my mom after she told me to suck it up when I broke my fingers? I was at the gym where a heavy weight fell onto 3 of my fingers on my left hand. I was in such severe pain that I thought I was going to pass out. While sobbing, I called my mom as I am at college far away from home. I told her that I thought I broke my fingers and that I wanted to go to the urgent care. My mom has never been empathetic for physical injuries and mental health issues. When she heard me, she told me to suck it up and rest. I figured I would wait for a while. Who knows, she could be right. While waiting, my roommate came home and saw the state I was in. She took one look at my hand and assured me we had to go to the urgent care. I didn't want to betray my mom because she always said to never go to the ER or urgent care due to our terrible insurance. However, I went and I researched the cost of an out-of-pocket x-ray at the nearest urgent care, and it was only $200, which I was willing to pay. I told my mom this, and she said, "You better hope your fingers are broken, or else I'm not helping you pay for anything." So I was under a weird circumstance where I hoped my fingers were broken for the sake of saying,
"I told you so,"
to my mom. I finally went to urgent care and got an x-ray. They confirmed both my pointer and middle fingers were broken and may need surgery if not healed properly. When I called my mom back later that day and told her the news, she basically laughed and told me I should be glad they were broken. Okay, I normally don't speak up, right now. I try to wait till the end of the story, but listen, your mom has issues. 3 weeks have gone by and I have not spoken to her since. She's texted me and asked for updates on my fingers, but I feel conflicted on why she's suddenly acting like she cares when she clearly didn't in the first place. She's also not someone you can easily share your feelings with, so I'm not sure how to go about the next conversation. Should I just ignore it or try to bring it up with her? In this situation, why would you be the a-hole? Your mom is. But I'm also gonna say this. She probably ain't calling because she cares, because she does not give empathetic energy at all. She's probably just calling to be nosy or probably to be like, well, what you gonna do? Because I ain't paying it. But let me say this. You need to, if your mom is funding your college or whatever, which I'm not sure, but if she is, then I get that you can't just cut her off because college is expensive. I would say limit as much conversation with her as you can because she got some serious freaking issues, bro. So limit conversation. And then as soon as you're done with your degree and stuff like that, be out. Story number 2. Am I the a-hole for wearing my wrist brace at work while my coworker has a broken wrist? Okay, so this is so weird. I, 24 female, work as a cashier at a sub place, and my coworker last week broke her wrist falling on the ice, so she is in a cast. Listen, before y'all come for me, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, I'm looking at this sentence, and it's at least 2 words I don't know, but I'm gonna try. When I was 14, I was diagnosed with tendonitis in both wrists. For the most part, it doesn't flare up unless I'm doing a lot with my hands. Well, I've been doing a lot of embroidery recently, and as such have caused a flare-up. It's been bothering me for about 2 weeks, and I wear my brace at home and generally just sucked up the pain while at work because with my coworker wearing a cast, I felt weird about wearing my brace. Well, yesterday, it was bad enough I had to wear it at work. As I'm putting my stuff down and getting ready to start my shift, another one of my coworkers, who I'll call Lisa, started to glare at me and asked in the usually snobby tone she uses with me,
"What is that for?"
So I told her about my tendonitis and what it was. She then started to get huffy like I was making it up. Mind you, the coworker who has the broken wrist didn't care. She didn't say anything. But the rest of my shift, Lisa kept giving me dirty looks, which is not out of the norm. She doesn't like me, long story short. I would have told her to shove it. Lisa, you better get out my business. My wrist is hurting. And they finna be hurting worse in a minute.
Round 1, fight.
Close to the end of my shift, I had to use the bathroom, and being as it's hard to do so with a wrist brace, I took it off. After coming out and washing my hands, I was putting the brace back on when Lisa made another offhanded comment about how I was lucky I could take mine off. Girl, shut up. Like, mind your business, bro. Like, why are you worrying about my wrist? Like, that bothers me. Like, get out the bathroom. Ain't you done using the bathroom anyway? Why is you still in here worrying about me? I didn't do this to spite anyone. My wrist just hurts. But now I'm getting ready for another shift and trying to decide if I should just suck it up and go without my brace at work. Man, listen, don't let that girl tell you what to do. You know your wrist hurt and forget her. Forget Lisa May. Put them wrists on. Put that brace back on your wrist and call it a day. Forget her, okay? Story number 3. Am I the a-hole for kicking a pregnant woman out of her seat? Okay, yeah, you are. I ain't even gotta read it. You are. Okay, so this happened a few hours ago, and I've only just calmed down because I hate conflict. Basically, I was doing a long travel day, 5-ish hours. So I booked my train in advance to ensure that I had a reserved seat. When I get on the train, a woman is in my seat, so I politely inform her that I think that's my seat, show her my ticket, and ask her to move. She checks her ticket and just says, well, I must have sat in the wrong seat, and puts her head down. I say that it's my seat, and could I please sit in it? At this point, her partner sitting opposite her starts speaking at me in what I perceive to be an aggressive tone. He suggests I find another seat, which there are none, because it's busy, and I say, but I booked that seat and there are no other available seats in the carriage. He then raises his voice and says, well, someone else is in our seats and that his missus is pregnant. I say I understand that and I have a heart defect, which I do, and said everyone has their own medical issues and reasons standing for long periods of time might be difficult. I asked him not to speak to me in an aggressive tone and that I would make a complaint. He then starts swearing at me and I asked him to stop. Eventually, the woman gets up and allows me to sit there, and he continues to berate me, saying he hopes I feel good for myself and that I'm quiet now that I have my seat, when really, I just stopped engaging as I felt there was no point. One of the men who was sat beside him offers that him and his partner sit in the seats opposite me. It's a table seat. At which point, he sits his partner down and then laughs at me and points in my face. What are we, children? What is he doing? This? Like, sir, grow up. Grow up, man. Like...
Oh, what did I say about touch him? You don't touch me.
I'm not touching you.
I see your finger right there!
I'm not touching you.
Eventually, when the ticket inspector comes around, they are asked to move to their assigned seats, and she asks if I'm okay, as another passenger had made a complaint on my behalf. Even so, was I the a-hole? Should I have just left them alone as she was pregnant, and did I in any way escalate the situation? Okay, so at first I thought you was the a-hole. That's why, I shouldn't have assumed. And you know what they say about assumption. So I would take that. I'm going to say this. No, you are not the a-hole in this situation. I do feel as though her partner should have just calmed down. Like, I understand she's pregnant, but also you have a heart condition, which I did not know until I read the story. But yeah, to sum it up, no, you're not the a-hole. Well, all right, you guys, I hope y'all enjoyed these stories. I hope y'all been having wonderful weeks, months, years, all that. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below. Let me know y'all's thoughts. Share this video with your friends and your family. And I will see y'all in the next video. And I hope you're having a wonderful day.